Hi everybody, welcome to Sandy Treasures. This is my home studio here in the Treasure Coast in Florida. And I am working on a project. I've been working on a project for a little while, not too long, a couple months or something like that. And I wrote this book about the plastic pollution in the ocean. And I have paintings that I've been working on when it comes to talking about the story. So the story is about a mermaid that, as she goes through this plastic pollution evolution, she's basically all the things that she's having to encounter. And this is a children's book. I'm very proud of it. This is one of the beginning scenes, and in this scene here, it's about how, life is good, things are great, she's with the family and she's playing with dolphins and turtles, and the coral is colorful, it's beautiful, right? But then things start to decline over 6 decades, right? That's pretty much the timeline as far as like the plastic pollution legacy has gone through. The last 6 decades, maybe 7 decades, has been like the worst. And there's a lot of countries that are actually throwing their garbage directly into the ocean. And I'm very happy to say that we have a couple of companies like 4Ocean and the Ocean Cleanup that are doing a wonderful job. But what I wanted to talk about in this video is the solution for zombie eyes. Okay, what am I talking about when I'm saying zombie eyes? If you are an artist, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Or if you are in sales, you know what I'm talking about. People will pass by your booth, people will pass by your store and not even look. So what's going on is that we are overstimulated, and I have a flickering light. That's great. So we are overstimulated with visual content. We have too much going on. So in real life, when we're walking around, we are kind of like the same scrollers that are on social media, that are just going boom, 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 one video after another video, and there's no more attention. There's no attention span. Everybody is working harder, as a content creator, as a YouTuber, to get people's attention. So this is what's going on with real life, and I have a solution if you guys want to hear about this, okay? Because it went on for a little while where I was at a public studio and there were other artists there too, and people would walk in. I mean, there would be like very few, it's kind of like a dead place, okay? So there would be very few people walking in, but the few people that would walk in, it's like they had blinders or something. And it looked like they were on a mission to walk all the way to the end of the store, look at nothing, observe nothing, and then walk right back out. So I thought, what can I do to change things? And I'm going to show you, okay? I was actually working on this piece, okay? I had just finished it. And I couldn't believe the amount of people that would just walk by, not see a thing. Like, I started calling them to myself, not to their face. But they were zombie. They were zombie walkers. They just scanned through everything, but didn't observe anything. They did not know anything, If you ask them questions, they could not. Could you tell me what the first artist or the second artist or the third artist? No, they didn't even know that it was a bunch of artists that were collaborating to support this space, okay? So anyway, it was very annoying. So I started doing this one thing that hopefully you guys can actually implement this in your own day-to-day, whatever it is that you do. If you're a salesperson, if you're an artist, if you're a jeweler, whatever it is that you do, and you want people to have a little bit more interest, be a little bit more involved in your story, maybe this would help. So what I started doing is I would stop them and I would ask them if they gave me a few minutes, just like this, okay? Hey, you guys, can I tell you, do you have a few minutes for me to tell you what's going on with this picture? And they would say yes. And then I would tell them, well, this is the last mermaid in the dying sea. So she is surrounded by dead fish, and she's also very crafty. She's like me, very crafty. So she's surrounded by all these dead fish, and she figures out that if she strings them and ties them onto a floating bottle, okay, that she can pretend that life is back again to kind of normal. Like she can pretend that the fish are alive because they are floating in the water, simulating movement, right? And she's also very crafty, so she's collecting all these straws and bottle caps and single-use plastic like forks and knives and stuff like that. And she makes her own necklaces, like this one here is made out of straw, and she embellished it with a plastic spoon. And she also made her earrings that are made out of bottle caps, and she embellished her wrist with a 6-pack holder. So before I would be done, people would say, oh, please stop it, you're gonna make me cry, or you're making me cry, or whatever it is. So I knew right away that the emotion got to them. Okay, so basically the story had soul, and they were more involved. Now they wanted to, some of them were, oh, I want to do what you do, you know, or what's your email, or what's your website, or, you know, so whatever. They got a little bit more involved. Do you have prints? Are you going to make prints of them? Are you teaching classes? Whatever it is, it's like you kind of like snap people out of their little zombie walk, and you get a little bit of their attention and you redirect it to whatever it is that you have going on. So I hope that you guys like that, and I hope you can implement it in your own. And tell me in the comments if before I started with the story, if you already knew what was going on. So let me know in the comments. All right, thank you guys. I hope I see you guys on the next one. Bye.